Hi Saggy, welcome to your 2022 reading. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We're going to be taking a look to see what messages need to come through for you guys for the year ahead, see what you guys could be currently dealing with, what you can expect, get some insight, wisdom, guidance overall, see what's happening. I hope you guys are doing well. If you're interested, I am doing a giveaway for a free personal reading. If you're interested in entering that, all you have to do is like this video, comment down below and tell me that you're manifesting for the new year, and be sure to be subscribed to the channel, and you're automatically entered in to the giveaway for a free personal reading, and I'll announce the lucky winner on the 31st of January 2022, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, so what we're going to do here is we're going to start off by taking a look into the main themes of 2022, take a look if there's any major lessons that you're going to be learning, and then we'll go from there, and I'll have it all timestamped in the comments below. So, Saggy, what are the main lessons for you? What are the main themes coming up in 2022? Main themes and lessons for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in 2022. Messages for Sagittarius in 2022, we have the Crow. Ooh, I like that energy a lot. It's very, very, I just like the vibe I'm getting from this. Okay, we also have the Hyena. And one more. Okay, I'm not taking that. The Lizard. What is this? The Dragon. Okay, fuck it. I was like, I'm not gonna take it. And I was like, I have to look. The Lizard and the Dragon. This is basically, I always see this is so interesting that this combination came out. I always see, this has happened a couple times before in the past, don't remember who, it doesn't matter, but the Lizard and the Dragon, I almost feel like the dragon is like a close-up of the lizard's eye. Kinda, you know? Anyways, so fuck it, you guys get 4 cards, so you're welcome, because I was only gonna go 3, but I just felt like, fuck, I need to see, and I guess we're gonna keep it. So, let me just set this here. Okay, Sag. So, we have fire energy coming out. We also have air and spirit coming out. So, you guys are always protected. But I feel like, especially this year, you're just going to feel this energetic barrier or, like, bubble around you. Like, just, like, you know, situations, coincidences. Nothing's a coincidence. There's no such thing as a coincidence, in my opinion. I just feel like there's gonna be, like, you know, close call situations where something could have happened, but it didn't, and you're like, whew, I dodged a bullet there, or wow, my guys were really looking out for me. I feel like in 2022, you may have a lot of those experiences, and you may have already had those types of experiences the last how many years, your whole life, you may have felt that way, and I'm just kind of picking up on that energy of just always feeling like the universe is watching out for you. So I like that a lot. And even just like your intuition, like being able to really trust your gut, your connection towards yourself and your spirituality. It's growing, it's deepening, it's evolving, kind of similar to a message that came through Scorpio's reading. So you may have strong personal planets in Scorpio. I feel like there's a lot of like shadow work going on, or you guys are really facing some hard truths about yourself and coming clean with yourself about certain issues that maybe you've been in denial about or suppressing or ignoring. But I feel like this is going to be a very transformative year regarding your self journey, right? And the Lizard is all about the journey of yourself, the journey, the path that you've been on, the experiences that you've dealt with, the things that have shaped you into who you are today. And there's just like a lot of this internal reflective and awareness going on where you guys are having big epiphanies and big realizations, and it's helping you unlock new perspectives and new points of views, and like you're just recognizing the amount of power that you really have over your life, and at any moment you can decide to change your life for better or for worse, right? But I feel like there's a lot of spiritual growth going on this year for you, and it's asking you to face some things It's asking you to let some things go, make peace with some things that maybe you have been holding on to, even subconsciously. Like maybe in a conscious level, you're like, I'm moved on. I've made myself clear. I've freed myself. I've detached. I've blocked that person, whatever. I'm over it. But deep down, there may still be some more healing taking place, or healing that's needing to take place, and things that will come up this year where you may recognize like, oh fuck, I thought I dealt with this, or I thought I was over this. Why am I being reminded of this, or why am I getting triggered by this? But it's coming up for you to deal with and for you to overcome. So I'm getting like the energy of overcoming major cycles that have been quite a struggle to break in the past. So I feel like you're breaking karmic cycles and you're learning major lessons this year. All right. And I do love that the lizard came out, because the lizard is a very creative energy. This is about returning to like your own inner world and connecting to your inner artist and finding ways to channel your emotions out instead of keeping it inside, instead of suppressing it, pretending it never happened. I just feel like you guys are extremely sensitive and you're needing to be protective of your energy. And another thing I'm just noticing here, with the crow and the hyena, it's black and white, and you can't see because it's overexposed. My bad, y'all. These two cards are more black and white, and then with the dragon and the lizard, it's like super colorful, like a rainbow, basically. So basically, what I feel from this is like, as you look at your triggers, as you look at your shadow side, right, with the hyena, there's this moon in the card, there's the shadow side. There's half of it that's illuminated, that's like your conscious level, and then the shadow side, which is your subconscious, that hidden part, but it's there, it's always there. And now I'm thinking of Dexter, the Dark Passenger. Man, they really just did New Blood so dirty. Like, the ending was just disappointing, but, you know, it is what it is. And this shirt looks like it's brown. It reminds me of Dexter, his suit, his outfit, uniform. But this is actually, in real life, this is more like an olive green color. But on camera, it looks brown. I'm getting so distracted, you guys. I'm so sorry. But yeah, there's this heavy energy of you guys doing a lot of deep shadow work, looking at your triggers, uncovering things about yourself that you weren't aware of, but it's there. And you're overcoming cycles, blockages, I just need to pull some major arcana, because I think I'm just repeating myself, and the tower was face up. I'm gonna say that that's an accident, but if it's meant to be, it will come out. But I feel like, let me just shut up for a second, because I'm getting so distracted, y'all. Alright, so what are the main themes and lessons for Sagittarius in 2022? Main themes and lessons for Sagittarius 2022 for Saggy. Main themes and lessons for Saggy in 2022. Main themes and lessons for Sagittarius in 2022. Main themes and lessons for Saggy in 2022. We have the Hangman. Yep, lots of spiritual growth and evolution, changing your perspective, or being able to view situations from a different, oh wow, the tower. So, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. Sometimes I get blown away. Not sometimes, every time, all the time, I get blown away by the tarot and the cards and all this shit. I'm just like, wow, like, coincidence? I don't believe in coincidences. So we have Piscean energy and Scorpion energy, and so wow, I mean, like, shit, with the tower coming out, I feel like 2022 is like, I want to say you're being stripped down to the bone. What? Is that symbolic of something? Stripped down to the bone. Like, I'm getting the imagery of like being stripped naked, kind of like the star, right? And that's all about vulnerability. So stripped down to the bone is like where you can't hide, like you have to, like, you're looking at everything for what it is. You see all the pieces that make up who you are, all the perceptions, all the beliefs, all the experiences that have shaped you, and things that have stuck with you from even like childhood memories, and just like you're stripping down all these layers to get to the root of something, or getting to like who you actually truly are, and who you've been pretending to be all along. But like it's just so weird. Like, I can't seem to get it feels fuzzy in my brain. It really does. Like, I feel like there's missing pieces in my mind where I can't seem to quite piece this feeling / these thoughts or these images that I'm getting. Like, I'm having like the most difficult time explaining what I'm feeling from this. But basically, being broken down to rebuild something better is the easiest way I can say it. So hopefully you got something from whatever I just fucking channeled here, okay? But anyway, so we have the Hangman and the Tower. So you guys are going to be doing a lot of deep reflection, uncovering major truths, realizations about yourself, epiphanies, sudden change of events, sudden change in feelings, thoughts, mindsets. There's a lot of change happening here, and some of you may not be a big fan of change, but this is happening so that better things can come in, so that you make space for new things. And just like, I feel like you're going through a lot of internal changes, but as you're going through those changes inside of you, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, it is affecting your surrounding environment, in your relationships, in your career, in your friendships, in your romance. Like, it's affecting every single level. That's why I was just like stripped down to the bone. Like, I feel like all these different layers are being affected and shed, and like light is shining down to the point where you can't like run away or avoid or distract yourself, because it's going to be right there for you to look at. So very interesting messages I'm picking up on, but that's what's coming to mind, so we're gonna roll with it, okay? I'm gonna try my best to just be like receptive to the messages that come through, because as soon as my logic kicks on, I just get confused, and then I can't pass on the message, and then like it's just like, so I'm not gonna let my logic kick in. I'm gonna just say whatever flows, whatever goes, okay, you guys? So let's take a look into your goals, aspirations, and see what you need to keep in mind, what you need to be aware of for Sagittarius, Summer Rising Venus. Tell me about... You can't see any of these cards. This is crazy. Like, you think by now I'd have this figured out, but I don't. Okay, not any better. Whatever, I'll hold up the cards. You don't need to see them on the table. They're there. So, alright. Goals and aspirations for Sagittarius, Summer Rising Venus in 2022. Tell me about Saggy's goals and aspirations, hopes, desires. What do they need to be mindful of? What do they need to be aware of for Sagittarius, Summer Rising Venus regarding their goals and desires in 2022? Alright, Six of Swords coming out. We also have the World backside, Two of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. So we got two sixes out here. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Emperor, the Knight of Swords, and the Hermit. So we're going to keep those cards. Thank you very much. So, yeah. You're moving to a time of more balance. You're moving to a time where there's more peace, where there's more harmony in all aspects, realms, relationships, and your friendships, your family. But overall, like, just taking a step back and being able to overview and see everything. You're moving to a time in your life where there's a lot of harmony, where there's lots of balance, and you just feel like at peace, The Six of Swords talks about moving away from rough times where it's been rocky, riding through the storm. Well, the storm was past and the water is smooth sailing, And I feel like some of you are moving into some sort of relationship or connection, or, you know, you're connecting with more people on like a deeper, intimate level, getting to know others, being able to be vulnerable and share yourself with someone. And, you know, there's like this beautiful trust. And I love that a lot. I feel like whatever this is that represents in your life, but it's some sort of connection or relationship or multiple relationships, it is bringing balance into your life. This is something that you've been manifesting. This is something that you've been trying to attract or bring in, and it's here, it's coming, or it's very soon. This is some sort of goal. Like one of your goals is to have peace and fairness and balanced connections where you and whoever you're connecting with can come to one another and support one another and challenge each other to be better and grow together, you know, together as a team, as a pair, or as a group if there's multiple people involved. But it just feels really good. I also like that in the Six of Swords, it's not only swords, but there's this woman or whatever, she's holding a cup. So it's like there's movement in some sort of relationship, or some of you, one of your goals is to have movement in some sort of relationship or growth in a relationship. So I am seeing that there's the development of that. Now there is, we do have the world reverse, or the world backside. So there are some cycles that you may need to be aware of, or certain habits that you may fall back into, patterns that you may, creep back in, temptations, right? So there could be some cycles that you're needing to be aware of, needing to work through. And I do feel like overall in 2022, you know, you may experience some setbacks is what I think, what I want to say, some setbacks, and it's going to require you guys to go inward and reflect on. So that's kind of what I was saying with the hangman and the tower and the crow and the hyena. It's like you are being asked to look at your triggers, identify where they stem from, strip yourself down to the bone, and like look at these things so that you can break free from whatever the cycle is, okay? And then I see that there's lots of movement, but it all comes down to you, Emperor with the Knight of Swords, and you guys taking action, right? Words mean one thing, but action speaks louder. So what you say, you better do. You better live up to it. So don't make like a bunch of promises that you can't keep. Yeah, don't make promises you can't keep. That is for someone, I guess. Okay, so yeah, your goals, aspirations in 2022, you just want more balance, you want harmony, and there's peace, you're moving towards calmer times, developing your relationships, and that there's some sort of cycle that you're becoming aware of and you are breaking this year. So that's kind of what I'm seeing regarding that. Let's take a look at your career and finances for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in 2022. Career and finances for Sagittarius. Any messages for Saggy regarding their career and finances in 2022? What messages do they hear? Any insight, wisdom, guidance for Saggy regarding career and finances? Okay, Nine of Wands, backside with the Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, the Devil, and we also have this card poking out, so I'm going to keep it, Eight of Pentacles. Okay, and the Two of Wands at the bottom, along with the Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, but alright, I'll talk about that after. So, Sag, there is some sort of toxicity. Whether you are just like a workaholic, or maybe you're finding yourself in a toxic work environment where, you know, you are putting in blood, sweat, and tears, and you're underappreciated or undervalued, or like why am I, with the Devil and the Eight of Pentacles, why am I getting the imagery of like those sweatshops in like China and India and Bangladesh, or I don't know, but I don't know too much about that, so I don't want to like spew the wrong information, but like, you know, where they're being underpaid for like fast fashion, like literally why is that coming to mind? But like that's just the imagery I get, is like being overworked and underpaid and not respected, and there's some sort of toxicity where maybe you feel like you can't leave your environment, or maybe you have some sort of contract that you signed, or like there's something that you are struggling with breaking away from, and like you're trying your best to break away from it, but like at the same time you're still tied to something. We're gonna maybe look into this a little bit. I don't know. We'll see where we're at with the time, but there's something that you feel like bound to, or maybe this is part of this cycle that you're becoming aware of. This feels like this is something that you're working through, but it's not easy. Something also feels kind of destructive here with the Ace of Wands. This Ace of Wands backside. Notice that this tree in the back is being struck by lightning. Ooh, this is so weird, the energy I'm picking up on. Like, this is not my normal way of reading the tarot, but like I'm picking up on like this energy of like a parasitic relationship where one person benefits and the other person is at loss. And so when I look at this Ace of Wands, and like, let me just show you these 3 cards. This is, as I'm looking at my screen, I'm like just feeling all these different things. Like literally, especially when we're just like the topic of fast fashion, right? They got all these people working, sweating in these unsafe work environments, underpaid, overworked, and then they turn around and sell those items for like 400% higher than like, or I don't even know, I don't know the statistics, y'all, but like where just like one person is benefiting or a company is benefiting, but like the workers are like slaves and they're being abused, and it's just like, what's the cost? And then when I look at this Ace of Wands, it's like one person benefits, or like a group of people benefit, but then it also causes damage to other. Like, this is such a specific message, but at the same time I'm not really quite sure how, like, who this is for, but I'm not gonna over intellectualize it, okay? That's not my job. I'm just here to be the messenger. But like, that's just what I feel, is like there's some sort of like parasitic relationship, business partnership where one person is benefiting and others are not, and they're like suffering. But it's just like, how can you break away from this? Not sure. Maybe this goes back to like a choice that you have to make with the 2 of Wands at the bottom. I may pull a couple extra cards for this, because this feels very like you gotta move carefully or something. So then we have the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. So these were the first 2 cards that came up, but I felt strongly drawn to these 3 at the bottom, or like the Ace of Wands, the Devil, and the 8 of Pentacles. For some reason, I feel like something here needs to change, okay? Not quite sure how, or how you'll break away from this. Some of you are working on a plan. But yeah, this feels kind of sketchy. Alright, so that won't be for everybody, of course. Use your discernment. But then we have the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles here. Some of you are needing help. Some of you are needing assistance, or you're needing to seek out guidance, or even like, you know, if situations are messy, you may need, like, this is, like, so unrelated, again, because the cards aren't really talking about this, but just the energy I'm picking up on, it's just, like, some of you are needing to take this to, like, legal matters, or, like, court matters, or just, like, things like that might help you with the situation, because, of course, I don't know what the fuck you're dealing with, but, I don't know, it just feels messy, okay? I feel like there's this, also, like, this feeling of disappointment. Just with the 7 of Pentacles, he's very frustrated with himself, or he just looks very disappointed. Like, on his face, he looks just, like, really, like, let down, and, like, it didn't have to be this way. And so, like, you have 2 choices. You either stay, and it just does more damage, or you go, but then you feel like you are at a loss. But I don't know if you actually are at a loss, but you may feel like, if I leave this, then what am I going to do? Where am I going to work? How am I going to get paid? How am I going to pay the bills? How this, how that, right? But I just kind of want to pass along, like, you guys, kind of like what I said at the beginning of the reading, there's this strong protection around you, and things are working out in mysterious ways. or like I said, like dodging a bullet, or like things that could have happened didn't happen because like universe was watching out for you type of energy, right? Just as when I look at this Ace of Wands and how lightning is striking a tree, you know how rare it is for lightning to be, what am I saying? You know how rare it is for a person to be struck by lightning, the slim chance of that. They say you're more likely to be struck by lightning than win the lottery, you know? So it's just like, I'm getting like, again, something about like rare occurrences or like right place, right timing kind of event. I don't know. This is very different. I normally wouldn't read these cards like this, but this is what I'm picking up on today, so just go with it. Is there anything else for Sag? Anything they need to be aware of regarding career and finances? The Moon and the Empress backside. And give me one more. Anything else Sag needs to be aware of regarding their career and finances? Eight of Cups. Oh my god, a stack? Really? Okay. Eight of Cups, Strength, Page of Cups, backside, Ten of Pentacles. Oh, this is too many, Spirit. This is too many. But if we just talk about these two cards that were face up, right? The Strength card and the Eight of Cups. Because this has like 7 cards and we got a lot to talk about. So I'm just going to pretend like it's only one card, okay? Because we got to move on from this. But what you can expect is like, first of all, your intuition is on point. Pay attention to what your gut is telling you. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to what your intuition is telling you to do, how to handle the situation. But what I am feeling here is we do have the Empress backside, which is telling me that, like, and look, there's like this brick wall. Like, you feel like you've been hitting a brick wall and like nothing is coming out of this situation. So you're needing to trust that. You're needing to believe what you're being shown. Someone's actions are showing you one thing, so just believe it. No more making excuses. No more falling for manipulation or scare tactics or none of that. Like, just really trust what is being shown here. And then we have the Eight of Cups and Strength. So you are needing to find the courage, the strength, the bravery for you to walk away from this somehow. And again, I don't know your situation. I don't know what's going on. I do feel like there's a lot of unhealthiness or toxicity or something about the workplace is just not, like, you gotta go. And if you feel that in your gut, like, you need to leave, like, pay attention to that before it's too late. Ooh. So, please, Sag. I don't know what you gotta do. If you gotta bring in the court, like, fuck, you gotta hire a lawyer. I don't know, like, I don't know your situation, right? That can be just more of an extreme side, right? I don't know your situation. This could just be, like, an unhealthy workplace and you just gotta quit and then bye. Like, that's it. But some of you, maybe it's a bit more complicated. Like I said, contracts and whatnot. But when you get the chance, you gotta go. You gotta go. Trust your gut. I also feel with this Moon, there is this mask. Someone maybe is wearing a mask, or you caught someone, or you found out something about someone. And so you're really needing to pay attention to that. And don't be afraid to ask questions. Okay, so whatever you do with that information, you guys. Really different reading, but that's for someone. So very specific, not going to apply for everyone. I really was just getting some different messages that I normally don't get, but we're going to roll with it because that's kind of what I feel like this entire reading has been like. Lots of intuition kind of coming through, and I gotta trust what I feel, you guys. So let's move on. Let's take a look into your emotions, relationships. We'll pull some romance angel messages regarding your love life and wrap it up with a couple oracle messages. But let's move on from that because that was obviously for a specific group or a person who needed to hear that. Not going to be for everyone, okay? That's all good. So let's move on. Emotions and relationships for Sagittarius in 2022. Emotions and relationships for Sagittarius in 2022. What can they expect? Emotions and relationships for Sagittarius in 2022. Talk about Sagittarius' emotions and relationships in 2022. Emotions, relationships for Saggy. We have the Six of Swords, double confirmation. Okay, so there's movement. There's also lots of twists and turns. It's a little rocky. It's a little rocky, or I guess in this case, icy, right? Because they're sliding on ice, sledding, instead of being on a boat. And, when you fall on ice, that is a lot more harder and more painful than, falling into water. Water is way more forgiving. This is more, harsher or extreme. Let's see. Messages for Saggy regarding their emotions, relationships. 2 of Pentacles. A little bit of drama. Oh, yeah, there is some drama. Some tea. Some gossip. One more. Why am I... Okay, we're going to go with this card because it's sticking right out. King of Swords. 8 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles at the bottom. Leave that there. So regarding your emotions and relationships. So I am picking up on a few different things. So I was picking up on gossip a little bit with the 2 of Pentacles, the 3 of Cups, and the 5 of Swords reverse. And in this deck, the 2 of Pentacles can talk about gossiping and drama, and it's kind of it's a slippery slope. And ice, and the 6 of Swords, ice is fucking slippery. Okay, so don't trip. Figuratively and also literally, be careful out there for those that live in colder climates or you got snow and ice. We do here. It is icy as fuck, so you be careful out there. Even if you're clumsy, just take it nice and easy, right? Slow down a little bit, okay? Because there's some turns, sharp turns, and you just don't want to, Anyways. So, yeah, and then even with the King of Swords, his throat's being highlighted here, his necklace right on the base of his throat, right? So there's something about communication as well as even possible situations that involve multiple people where there could be arguing or he said, she said, and I feel like this is over more petty small things than anything deep and betrayal okay. So there's something about with the 5 of Swords reverse coming out, there's something about making peace or apologizing or just owning up when you've made a mistake, or vice versa, other people owning up to where they maybe made mistakes, or asking for forgiveness, something about that. So maybe if you're not really at the best of terms with someone right now in your life, or of course later on this year, of course, I mean, drama is inevitable. There's always going to be at least, a little bicker here and there in relationships. But just owning up and taking responsibility for your own actions, your own words. And although you may not have intended on hurting someone's feelings, if someone tells you, hey, you hurt my feelings, it is not up for you to decide if you did or didn't. You may not have intended on, but at the end of the day, this person is hurt. So the least you can do is apologize, or that's just a thing that's coming through, you guys. Just taking responsibility for your words. And I'm sure lots of you already do that, so that's great. This is just a message for someone out there. It's just with the King of Swords, it's just okay, let's be mature over here. Let's not make mountains out of molehills. Let's just acknowledge it for what it is and move past it instead of blowing things out of proportion. The King of Swords is someone who speaks their truth and is honest. But sometimes, Saggies, y'all can be, and I'm a Sag moon, okay? And I got some Saggies in my life, and people who have strong Saggy placements is Sagittarians can be very blunt, very cutting, and just say it as it is. And sometimes the truth hurts, but I guess if you can deliver it in a way where you can be respectful instead of just flat out rude, so that you can prevent hurting people's feelings, but you're actually being constructive rather than hurtful, So I feel communication's being highlighted. The way you're communicating with others, because I feel there's the energy where there could be things taken the wrong way or words taken the wrong way, and then that just can be really scrambled and messy and frustrating and just here we go again, more arguing or whatever, right? Okay, so let's move on to a different topic, because I feel like there's other things that we can say about this. Is like, I do feel like there's healing and there is forgiveness taking place here with the Five of Swords reversed. Like, for those that are maybe, you know, like I said, if you're not on the best of terms with someone right now, or down the line in 2022, let's say that you and someone, a friend, a family member, get into a bad argument, I do see that with the Five of Swords reverse, it's like there is opportunity to bring healing and peace to a situation, right? So I like that a lot. So if you're kind of stressed out, like, oh my God, I didn't mean what I said, and I know I upset that person, I hope we can work it out and that we can move past this. I do see that there's a possibility for that, but it's got to be mutual. Moving on from that, okay, no more drama, no more of that. Let's talk about the other things. I do feel like there's lots of fun, celebratory times with your loved ones, your friends, your family, going out, celebrating, getting together, reuniting with people who maybe you haven't even seen in a long time, or like a couple years or months or whatever. I do feel like there's opportunities for you to get together with people you haven't seen in a while. So I like that a lot. And, you know, even with the Two of Pentacles coming out, just having more balance in your connections. And that's what I was saying, even regarding like your goals and aspirations. The Six of Pentacles and the Two of Cups is balance in your partnerships, in your friendships, family, relationships, like just having nice peace, harmony. There's beautiful equal give and take. It's not unrequited. It's not like imbalance. It's just beautiful. It's all that you could ask for. And so I do see that. So it's just kind of like a part two of what I said earlier. So yeah, when it comes down to your emotions and your relationships, I feel like you guys are more in like this analytical kind of mindset than like emotional. And so just communicate with compassion and patience and try to steer clear of the drama. All right. Drama free, please. And good times to celebrate, but that's kind of what I'm getting. Nothing too much, nothing too crazy. Let's move on. We'll pull a couple romance angel messages and then a couple oracle cards from the Work Your Light oracle deck. We have already a card coming up. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So this is a message for someone like you could be getting married this year, or being proposed to, or engaged, or like something like that, right? Where maybe, or you know, if you're in the early stages of getting to know someone, maybe you guys are really going to make things official, or your connection is just like deepening on another level. Maybe you and your partner are talking about moving in together or starting a family, but like this is talking about deeper level of commitment. Okay, so if you've been wanting that, if you've been manifesting that, for those that are in a relationship, or even for my singles out there, right, you're manifesting some sort of deep commitment later on this year. It's definitely there. I definitely see the possibility for that is there, and it feels really good. It feels really positive. So I like that a lot. So that's a message for one group. Let's see what else needs to come through for Saggy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in love in 2022. Any messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in love 2022? We have past life relationship. You have known each other before. So whoever it is that you are connecting with, whoever it is that you're thinking about, and you feel like you've known this person before, or there's this strong attraction that you share, there's this possibility, if you believe in that, that you guys have past lives together, you guys are part of each other's soul tribe, and that you and that person definitely have some sort of history, and you guys are meant to meet up in this lifetime to fulfill some sort of role or destiny. I don't know. So yes, if you've been wondering, do I know this person? Or like, if you've been wondering, like, do we share past life together? Are we soulmates of some sort? I definitely feel like that's your answer. It's like, yes. Other messages for Saggy in love 2022. Messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding their love and romance in 2022. What can they expect? Any insight, wisdom, guidance for Saggy in love 2022. Messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Rising, Venus in love 2022. The cards are like very quiet, but just kidding. Okay, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So, Sag, it's really important that you don't put on the blinders, that you don't allow love to blind you, because love can really blind you and prevent you from looking at the facts, you know, where you're falling in love with someone's potential, or you just kind of swipe this toxic behavior under the rug and you're like, okay, well, but they're my soulmate, so I have to put up with this, or I've been with this person for this long, so I'm just gonna settle. Like, if you see the red flags and you know that shit's toxic, you gotta do something about it, okay? Pay attention to what you're being shown. Kind of like what I was saying in the finances career spread, is like, pay attention to whoever is showing you who they actually are. Pay attention to that. Don't make excuses. Don't turn a blind eye. See it for what it is. And another message is, don't fall in love with someone's potential of who they used to be or who they could be, because the reality is who they are right now is who they actually are. So take it or leave it. Big pill to swallow, I know, but just, I guess, move with caution, okay? Messages for Saggy, Sun, Rising, Venus regarding their love life in 2022. We have playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So some of you are needing more fun, needing more playful in your relationships or your love life. We're talking more about romance. I keep forgetting. But like, some of y'all have been so uptight. Things have been so serious, even just like, you know, worldwide, everything that's been going on these last few years. It's been intense. It's been stressful. It's been chaotic. But you guys are needing some more playfulness. You guys are needing more fun. You're needing to flirt more and spice up your connection. If things have been kind of getting a little bit stale, a little bit boring, y'all need to have some date nights, you know, just like spicing things up some way, shape, or form. That will be different for everyone. And give me one more for Saggy in love in 2022. One more card. Deception. Someone is wearing a false mask. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So I feel like this ties in with pay attention to the red flags. All right. Lots of different messages, different groups, obviously take what applies, but I feel like this applies back to the pay attention to the red flags. So if you kind of have this sense of knowing like something's up, something's shady, something suspicious, or like I said, you've been making excuses for someone's behavior, you've been putting up with shit that you know you don't deserve, these cards are talking to you. I'm not going to tell you what to do. It's your life, man. But deep down, you know what you have to do. To stay or go, that is up to you. If you stay, there definitely needs to be some sort of readjustment, or something needs to change, or this is just not going to work, or it's not going to be helpful for you. It's just going to drag you down. And Sag, that wouldn't be good for you. So you just got to pay attention. You got to do what's best for you. Follow your gut, follow your instincts. But again, this is coming up for someone who needs this. So obviously the shoe is not going to fit for everybody, but lots of different messages for my singles as well, right? Playfulness. Y'all maybe need to be more playful. Maybe you've been really uptight, really serious. Oh, they're not my type. They're too short. They're too this. They're too that. They're this, that. Like, just, you know, you want to love. You got to have fun, lighten up a bit. Whatever. All right, Sag. Let me wrap this up with a couple oracle cards. And we're going to let you go after this, okay? Lots of specific messages, so just roll with it, okay? Okay. Any final thoughts for Sagittarius, Sun, Rising, Venus in 2022? Final thoughts, final messages for Saggy, Sun, Rising, Venus in 2022. Using the Work Your Light Oracle deck. Any final thoughts for Sagittarius, Sun, Rising, Venus in 2022? Final thoughts for Saggy. Okay, we got two cards. We have Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? And then we also have Imrama. Where are you being called to journey to? That's interesting, right? I was talking about the crow and the hyena, the hangman, the tower. And I was saying how you can expect to face a lot of your triggers, a lot of those woundings and those issues. And so, you know, there could be relationships in your life or situations in your life that are triggering you to look at these things. You may find yourself in certain cycles or certain habits that are reflection of where you're at on your journey and the work that needs to be done. Okay? So, with these things that are coming up, with whatever is being mirrored to you, because again, what you put out is what you get. So, you put something out, it's going to be mirrored back to you. It's going to boomerang back to you. So, really pay attention to what is being reflected back to you in your life, in your relationships, even with strangers. Like, a lot of it is mirroring back, and you are being triggered. And whatever is triggering you is helping you, you know, on your journey to take you to where you're actually supposed to be. So I'm actually going to read this card, the Imrama. All right. Because there's definitely these things that are coming up, your triggers that are coming up are going to help you a lot on your journey. Let's see. Okay, so Imrama. The Celtic world Imrama means a journey of the soul, which is what the dragon talks about. This is about the journey of your soul, the soul's journey. Okay, so back to what I'm saying. A voyage on which we don't know where we're going, but our soul knows the way. If you pull this card, you're either being called on a soul journey or you're already on one. I think you're already on one, Sag. You've been on one for a while. It could be to a physical ancient place or metaphoric. When we journey to places that our soul remembers, a shift takes place, both within us and to the planet as well. You're being called to journey to a place that is sacred to your soul. Perhaps it's the journey to the world's sacred sites, or called to cross the country, climb a mountain, lie on the desert floor, or drink from an ancient well. There are places to see and old friends to meet. I see spontaneous pilgrimages in your future. If a physical voyage isn't possible, journey through the portal of your heart. Follow the invisible soul trail and be willing to explore. Maybe read a book or watch a movie about a sacred place or time. Or perhaps you're being called to study an ancient lineage or body of work. Whatever your circumstances, your soul is ready to journey deep. This is your affirmation. May seeds of light long ago planted begin to rise. I am ready to remember ancient secrets from lands that my soul knows from times of the past. May I be held by the ancient lineages that my soul has served. I remember that I don't have to do it all alone. Wow. Alright, Sag, I feel like I talked about a lot. I don't really remember what your reading was about. It was just so much I channeled, I don't even remember, but that's okay, because the messages came through for those who need them, and that is all good if they don't resonate, because it's just not for you, and that is all good, because there's many other readers you can listen to. But that is what I got, Sag. So if you found this helpful, you enjoyed, you found this insightful, please let me know in the comments below. I'm so grateful for you guys. I really appreciate all your love and your support. If you want to enter the giveaway for the personal reading, you know what to do. And I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. I hope 2022 treats you well, and take care.